Hello and welcome back to the 1ntegrate podcast. Today we're going to be walking you through our 2 month journey. We hit our 2 month anniversary of
2 months already?
founding, 2 months already of founding 1ntegrate, and we have learned more in the 2 months than we probably have in the last 2 years. And we're excited to share some business updates with you today.
It's certainly
Um,
been fun these first two
it,
months.
It has been lots of amazing emotions. Most of it fun, a lot of it just new experiences that we're finding out. Jumping into the entrepreneurship world has been a whole journey of itself. But we are really
Mm,
proud of what we've been doing, and we're excited to share some updates.
yes.
Um, yeah, some key metrics that we've achieved already in 2 months. We have 5 wonderful clients that we have been working
5
with
customers.
in 2 months, which
Wow.
we are incredibly blessed to have those
Yes.
5 wonderful customers and the teams
Yes.
that we are working with there. Thank you
Yes.
to all of you for being so wonderful and embracing the opportunity for us to build integrations for you and find that time savings that you were hoping for.
hmm
We have built 18 integrations already.
18 integrations.
That's
Wow.
about one integration every 3 days. So we are cranking out these integrations left and right. And each one we do, we find out ways to build it better,
Mm.
faster, and more reliable.
What are you most surprised by in the first 2 months?
I'm surprised by the fact that every one integration, I learn 10 new things. So whether it's a new application that I've known about but haven't really integrated with, or a new um, way of creating things. I've learned around about
hmm
array iterators and aggregators and data stores and different databases to use and troubleshooting, error handling, uh, things that are natural to building integrations that you just continue to build on that knowledge, and that knowledge builds very quickly. What have you learned from these 18 integrations?
Well, I learned how fun this space is. We're learning so many different tools. Like, what's the tool count that we've worked with already in 2 months? What,
30
30 different tools.
applications. Yeah.
So 30 different tools and platforms. Like, I've gone through so many API documentations of different platforms. Every API is slightly different. You have to understand the object model of all these platforms, and how to use Pipedrive and Airtable and Zapier, Make, HubSpot. I mean, we're exposed to so many tools that our customers are using, and that alone is just amazing to be exposed to that and have that knowledge. Like, like I know which tools I think are better than others, which APIs I think are written better than others, and it's just so much learning and knowledge building. It's super fun. That's what I'm amazed about.
Mhm.
Um, my biggest surprise though is like we knew we had something here. Didn't realize, like, it's so amazing to see it realized. Like, in our first month, we had our first customer, we had our first sale. We sold our first three integrations in the first month. Um, and we already have money coming in. That's just, it feels amazing, so validating. So I just feel, how quickly it was that we felt validated and that we loved the work that we're doing. So,
Absolutely. The first month, usually, you're trying to set up your corporation, your LLC, you're getting your
mhm,
EIN, you're creating your operating agreement, you're setting up your socials, you're figuring out what your business
mhm.
plan is. And we were doing
Which
all
you
of that.
also did.
Yeah, which we did, and we were building integrations already from the start. So, yeah, it was absolutely a beautiful experience,
Yep.
and we're figuring out ways to be able to systematize this a bit better as well. So we know that we want to
Systematize. Did you make up that word?
systematize. I think I did. We want to be able to make this as simple and easy for our clients, but also realistic for us as we build. We know integrations can be very complicated, very quickly. So we've been doing
Mhm.
as good of a job as we can to document
Yeah.
um, what we've been doing to create repeatable, scalable processes so that we can ultimately deliver integrations to our clients in a faster, more reliable way.
Well, that's a good point, Aaron, because not only are we building these one integrations to automate our customers' operations, let them scale, but we're building them for ourselves too. I mean, we're a two-man show right now, and for us to scale, like you said, we've got to. We used to call it eat our own dog food, So we're actually building our own one integrations to create, you know, dashboards, automate manual things that we'd have to do otherwise, getting invoices out, creating proposals. I mean, I'm just amazed at some of the automations that you have built to help us scale. You've been our resident chat GPT expert. You really taken chat GPT under your wing, and like some of the stuff that you've built for us, for customers using it, just amazing.
Yeah, I started experiencing with uh, creating custom GPTs for ourselves. So I have a GPT that's dedicated to helping me troubleshoot when I'm building an integration in the Make, formerly Integramat
Hmm.
application, which has proved incredibly valuable. I can export a
Hmm.
blueprint, and it can analyze it, and it can ask it specific questions. I also have a custom GPT that we use for proposal management, so content that we need
Hmm.
there, and it just helps me kind of formulate all of our ideas together. We have another one for marketing as well, so it allows us to just use that. So, but going back, being able to create one integrations for our own business has been not only a learning experience for us as we get more accustomed to these one integration platforms that we're building these on, but also, like you
Hmm.
said, to be able to create a system in order to create more one integrations faster and more reliable. So,
Yep.
can we talk about how many hours our clients have saved on an annual basis? Do you know
Yeah.
the
I
number,
mean,
Marcelo?
our automations, our integrations that automating real manual processes. I mean, one of our customers, um, even said, you know, they had a headcount leave, and they were going to, automate pretty much, all the work that person was doing. That's powerful. I mean, think about, if you don't have to hire somebody and the work that they were doing can be, automated, that frees that person up to go do something else. In this case, they left the company. Go follow your career and do, let the machine let one integrations do what you were doing. But I mean, just that one case alone, if you were to extrapolate, a person works 40 hours a week, 40 times 52, that's, almost 2,000 hours for one customer. Um, but, you have an idea of other customers. I think the 2,000 hours for, all the other customers together as well. So let's say like 4,000, 5,000 hours already.
Yes. So we've calculated, and we really like to have metrics on how many hours our client is going to save through an integration. And so
Hmm.
far, we've calculated we're saving over 4,000 hours annually. So just in their first
Hmm.
year across our five
Yep.
clients,
Yep.
4,000 hours saved,
Yep.
which is an enormous amount. And we really like
Yep.
to use that metric as a driving force as we continue to build these one integrations. Automating a individual task is great, but being able to do that at scale, I think
Hmm.
customers are really resonating with the fact that we are able to surprise them and ourselves with the amount of work that's getting done without any human
Hmm.
intervention. So,
Yeah. I think that metric, amount of hours saved, we talked about that today in our business meeting. It's going to be our key metric, our North Star. It really tells the story to, the customer and prospective customers of what we're really about. And it really is about scaling, doing more with less, automating things that we don't want to think about, and just, you know, click it and go. Um, and it's something to inspire us. You know, it's our mission. You know, it's like let's help entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small companies do more with less, scale their operations, scale their business. Let's let people work on other things that are, you know, worth their time. If they're doing data entry for half their work day, they don't need to do that. You know, we're not taking people's jobs away. We're freeing them to do other things that our one integrations can't do. You know,
Yeah.
so
Let's talk about our favorite uh, automation platform. So we use Make, Zapier, and we're just
now
dabbling into
Airtable,
the Airtable automations as
yeah,
well. And
hmm
one thing that we realized when we started the business, we thought we were going to build all of our one integrations on Make because we saw how powerful it was. And there is quite a bit of a learning curve on Make compared to Zapier. But we realized early on that we can't really be exclusive to one automation tool because there's each automation tool serves a variety of purposes. So today, we have integrations running on Zapier and Make and Airtable, and some of them on multiple tools for a single
hmm
integration. So the fact that we're
yeah,
able to think creatively, step back and say, hey, what are the resources at our disposal, the actual technology that we can use to
yeah,
build these, and what's the best, most effective way to do this? It's really not
yeah,
just one; it's a combination of them. So
hmm
yeah,
yeah. I think what makes our model powerful is that we can leverage all the platforms that are out there, and we're learning that, you know, some are better at some things. You know, like for example, sometimes I might have something in Make that will make my, you know, one integration immediate, and maybe I have to have like a delay in Make. But Zapier has, you know, one that fires immediately. I can leverage whichever one I think is going to be best, and bridge them. You know, we've come up with so many just in 2 months, methods for bridging data between these platforms. Um, you know, like a shared table, like a shared Airtable that between them, um, is a great method for doing that. I'm sure we're going to share some integrations in the future that leverage that method. Um, but where was I going with this?
I have a question? Do you have a favorite automation technology tool?
Favorite automation. So Make right now is the most powerful one. I think it's just elegant, sophisticated. Um, it's especially compared to Zapier. Airtable is just getting into the automation business. I think, you know, their core is mostly, you know, lightweight database. But I see, you know, they're stepping in the automation area too. They have a new automations tab that we're just experimenting with. But right now, Make is my favorite automation tool. Um, yeah.
I would agree. It's incredibly powerful. Zapier is quick to set up, but difficult for error handling and routing an integration to complete
Routing's hard in
yeah, to complete multiple steps, especially if you're connecting a number of tools and certain things need to happen. But Make just it's built in. The purpose of it is a Make they market themselves as a visual low
Mhm,
code tool, and I think Zapier markets themselves as a no code tool. So the fact Make requires you to know some
mhm.
pretty technical aspects of
Yeah,
data management and
yeah,
integrations, and once you can master and learn those aspects, you
mhm,
can like the world just opens up, and you can just create a ton of things. Speaking of Make, we've actually had a number of partnerships that we've been a part of in the last 2 months, and one of them is the Make partnership program. So we completed a series of trainings, got our certification, and we are a Make affiliate partner. So if you are interested, if you haven't heard of Make, reach out to us. We'll give you a rundown on how it works. And we really,
Mm-hmm.
really like it. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we have a referral link as well. So mhm.
Yeah, it's funny because we're using these low code, no code automation platforms, and every now and then, we hear from a customer like, why can't I just go into that tool myself and do it? And the answer in my head, I don't say it to them, but it's like we actually love customers who go and try to do these automations themselves. In fact, our best customer is one that had Zapier, apps set up, but they weren't working right, and they weren't working right just because, they had, when this happens, do this, and that was it. There was no edge cases. There was no other logic that they expected, but they didn't realize they had to build that stuff. So, because we're leveraging so many different platforms, because we're doing this over and over again, because we're using so many tools, um, and because these tools, these platforms like Make, they're not, they're powerful for the non-technical person, but they're exponentially powerful in the hands of a technical person. So, with the systems design background, being able to think of all the edge cases and create the logic, these platforms allow us to cut out a lot of the plumbing and just focus on what's the use case our customers really want, and deliver it quickly and powerful. So I'm just amazed. And I love getting that question, like, why can't I just do it myself? I'm like, please do. I even put it into our ideal customer profile. One of the attributes of our ideal customer is that they tried, and they might even have an existing, automation on a no code platform, but they're unsatisfied with it. So.
Yep, precisely. A few other partnerships that we are part of is the Contingent Workforce Institute. Shout out to Dustin Talley and Candace Hammer for inviting us into that. It's a team of contingent workforce consultants that work in the freelancer management space, the VMS, the MSP area
Mhm.
and industry. So it's been great to collaborate with a number of those consultants who understand the challenges that the customers are facing today. And it's been great for us to be able to contribute from our perspective as well, since we have spent combined between the two of us 8 years in the contingent workforce space. So we're not exclusive to contingent workforce customers, but we do realize we can speak that language pretty
Mhm.
efficiently, and we can kind of understand challenges, and we've built solutions for a lot of customers in that space. So it's a great network to be a part of. The other one is shout out to No Code Innovation. We're a No Code Innovation Fellow. So it's been a pleasure. I got connected to Philip Larkin and Claudia. They have an amazing network of low code, no code specialists, some fellows, and there's a Discord channel. If you are an automation guru or just starting out in building automations, definitely check out nocodeops.com, and you can check out their program or their community. So it's a community just like us, just like Marcelo and I, where we get to ask questions and we get to chat, and it's a beautiful environment. And they really use the model of showing your work. So
It's a
it's
beautiful thing.
It's inspired us to create videos and post on YouTube on the things that we're learning, and that's something that we want to continue doing for this year. Is we want to be able to provide value to not just our customers, but to the broader world in
Mhm.
general on things that we wish people told us when we were getting started with building these automations. And so we are making a commitment to show our work, to show what we're building, to show how we're building it, so that you can learn along with us and essentially create your own types of optimizations and efficiency and save time on your side as well. We're always happy to talk about integrations and applications and all that fun stuff. So if you just want to chat about an integration or an automation you're building, or ask us a question, we're here. We love to talk about it. So.
Yes. And that kind of segues. Did you want to talk about what we have in store for the rest of the year?
Yeah, so what to expect this year? So we are expanding our use cases across industries. So we have so far been involved in helping recruiters, operational teams, executives, coordinators, project managers. We've worked with nonprofits. We've worked with people in the asset inventory space. We've worked with recruitment agencies. We've been working with project planners. So the amount of industries and the departments that we're specifically working with, we're realizing we're coordinating with sales teams and marketing teams and operations. So the industries that we're able to support continues to grow. In addition, we are creating strategic partnerships with technology platforms themselves. So we realize that these technology platforms have a lot of customers that are that want to automate even beyond the technology that they're currently using. So we've had the pleasure of connecting with a number of technology partners and just creating a strategic partnership, which we see as a triple win: a win for us because we get connected to some of their clients, a win for the technology partner because their customers become even more ingrained with their product because it's connected with other tools, and a win for the client as well because they're the ones that are ultimately saving time and saving resources by leveraging not just the technology, but also an automation service like 1ntegrate in order to use the technology twice as effectively. So there's just enormous kind of return on investment for all parties involved, and it just makes a lot of sense.
But that's a mouthful. How about some numbers? Like, how many hours saved do you think we should target this year?
We want to save 100,000 hours of manual work.
100,000 hours of manual work, and we're at 4,000 right now.
We're currently at 4,000. Correct.
And you said we had 18 integrations. How many?
We have 18 total integrations, and our goal by the end of this year, 2024, is to build 100 integrations.
100 integrations, and we're at 18, 100,000 hours saved, and we're at 4,000. Okay. Wow.
And the last
We
metric,
What's the last
is
metric?
the amount of applications we're connected to. So today we are currently connected to 30 different applications. We want to get that number to 100.
100 applications that we've worked with. Wow.
Yes. Yeah, that we're actively integrating with. How are we going to do that? We are going to keep releasing as much value as we can to our audience, providing things like these podcasts where we can talk about things that we've learned. We want to create a lot more how-to videos for people to learn and build with us, and just give practical advice for how to manage your systems and allow data to flow more efficiently across your tools.
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna have to, build our automations, to make sure we can scale to that number. There's only two of us. But let's see what we can do. How many, we have 5 customers, and we have 18 integrations. We find that, one customer usually needs around 3 to 5 integrations we're finding so far. So if we want to do 100 integrations, I wonder how many customers we're going to need.
Yeah,
we didn't
and
want to have a target, but
that's something that we're figuring it out too. Like, we're 2 months in. There's a lot more to learn in the next 10 months just to get us to year 1. And so we are discovering what our metrics are and what we want them to be, and it continues to evolve. What we're learning is when we create a couple integrations for one of our clients, we're starting to get connected with more teams and more individuals that also
Within the
have
same
their own,
customer?
within the same client, yeah, same
Right.
customer, who also have their own issues and things that they want automated and manual work that they're
Mm-hmm.
doing. And so what we're realizing is that we're not targeting to get 1,000 customers in the door using our one integrations by the end of the
Mm-hmm.
year. What we want to do is build strong relationships with those existing clients,
Mm-hmm.
because we're finding that
Mm-hmm.
creating 2 or 3 one integrations is opening the doors, and clients are realizing
Yeah.
the value of those 3 one
Yeah.
integrations. And then before
Yeah.
we know it, we're talking about 10, 15
Yeah.
different potential one integrations that we can
Yep.
have. So
Yep.
we believe in partnerships. I'm a big advocate of just creating a sense of camaraderie with your clients. And we're not looking for a high volume of clients. We're looking for really
Mm-hmm.
quality folks that we
Yeah.
can work with, that we trust. And so far, the 5 that we've worked with have just been
Mm-hmm.
amazing and hyper
Yeah.
collaborative and eager to learn, as well as to just share
Yeah.
what their tool manual
Yeah.
processes is, in order for us to really go to the design board and
Yeah.
open up the door for all these different
Yeah.
options. And so, yeah.
That's an interesting point. I mean, like, especially one of our customers, as we built the first batch of one integrations, so many ideas came to their mind, and like, oh, I want to automate that, and I want to automate this next. And like, I think we have like 3 phases already lined up for this one customer to, we finished phase 1. We're going to start phase 2. There's already a phase 3 in mind. So, once they see what we can do, and once they go through the process with us, these one integrations sell themselves, like the customers selling us on, oh, and we should do this tool next, we're happy to research the tool, find out how we would do it, most of the time we can find a way to integrate them and say, let's do it. So,
Yep, absolutely. Well, that's our business update. We are 2 months in. It has been an amazing opportunity to work with you,
yeah,
Marcelo. I
thank you,
pick your
Aaron.
brain and I learn.
Mutual.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm learning a ton about every aspect of entrepreneurship and integrations. I've always had a passion of mine to automate as much as possible in my daily life. And this is what I get to do every day, is build more integrations or one integration. So thanks for
Yeah.
listening. If you're interested in being part of a community with us, you can check us out. We are on YouTube, we're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Follow
Thanks.
along. X. Oh, yes, X, not Twitter. Follow along on our journey for us. We hope to produce and share a lot of valuable things that we're learning along the way. So don't hesitate to
Go
reach
one to
out.
great.
Go 1 to grade. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Take care, everyone. Bye.